Hello, Hamilton. Today is Monday, March 30th. Thanks for tuning in for another story. I'm glad you're back with me. We're all missing you so much, and I know it's really strange to be home for so long in the middle of the school year. So I'm really glad you're tuning in every day to hear a story and to get a good challenge that you can do at home to practice your literacy skills and make sure you're still being an awesome reader and writer, even when we're having a break from school. So, let's see if we can go ahead and get started. We're reading a really fun story today. Some of you might have read it before, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't hear it again. I love listening to stories over and over because I think that's a really great way to learn new things and to really connect with the book on a different level. So, we are going to be reading The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew DeWalt. And it's a really, really funny story. And I like how creative it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. Hey, Duncan. It's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. Ugh, look at all that work Red Crayon does. Fire trucks, Santa's hearts, apples. It's a lot of work. So now we're going to hear from a different crayon, and this crayon has a different point of view than Red Crayon. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizards' hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. So Red Crayon here really needed a rest because they're used so much. But Purple Crayon doesn't feel that way. Purple Crayon has a different point of view. Purple Crayon's point of view is that they want Duncan to be coloring neater inside of the lines. Interesting. Let's hear another point of view here. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige and I am proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky. And wheat, and let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. Did you hear how my voice changed? Each crayon has its own personality, its own point of view, and its own voice or its own style of how it sounds. So my voice is changing as I'm reading each one. Poor Beige Crayon. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling all of those things, such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, so are very tiny rocks, pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. Did Gray Crayons sound like another crayon's point of view? Which crayon? Kind of sounded like Red Crayon and needing a break. But instead of just being overused over and over like Red Crayon, he's just used for big spaces, and he really wears them out. So he wants to color small things. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time I'm the same color as the page you were using me on. White. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know that I am there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or fill an empty space between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. And you can see the White Crayon's face, and it says White Cat in the Snow by Duncan. Can't really tell much. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to color the outline of things. Things that are colored in by the other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair that you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill it in with all the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. Poor Black Crayon doesn't want to just be the outline. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I'm writing for 2 reasons. One is to say I like my workloads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems, and I want to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. So Green Crayon's the first crayon we've met that doesn't have a problem, other than Yellow and Orange complaining. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove that I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun in your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. Uh-oh, I don't think Orange agrees with that point of view. Let's see. Who do you think's next? Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year, and the year before, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all the oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. Anyone getting a clue for who this crayon is? But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. He needs a break too, kind of like Red Crayon, and do you remember the other one? Gray Crayon. But he needs a break because he's too small. He's been used for a long amount of time. So they all kind of want a break, but they have different reasons for their break. Gray's used for too big of things, blue's been used too long, red's used all the time, but they all want a break. Duncan, okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now, back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur, or monster, or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. Poor Pink Crayon. Hey, Duncan. It's me, Beige Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and I can't leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Poor Peach. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color, and of course he wanted his crayons to be happy, and that gave him an idea. I wonder what it will be. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. Wow, look at this picture here. So I see he listened to his crayons. The sky isn't blue. so that little stubby blue crayon didn't have to be used to cover this big thing. I see a pink dinosaur. He used pink crayon. I see an orange sun. Oh, did he settle that dispute between orange and yellow? Oh my. I see that he colored little gray things. He colored a black rainbow. Oh my goodness, he really listened to some of his crayons here. That's so nice. So when Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring and an A plus for creativity. Look at that cool crayon. I hope you enjoyed that book. I love it. I think it's really funny. I like how they're writing letters, which I think is a cool way to kind of communicate your ideas. And I like that they all had a different voice. They all had a different opinion. They all had a different problem and a different point of view. So, my challenge to you, could you take a color and could you write from the point of view of that color? Could you explain what you wanted to be different and how you're being used? Maybe if you get comfortable with that, you could try a different color. You could even use some of the same colors from this book and you could use different reasons. You don't have to write about the same one. So this blue was too stubby and he needed a break. You could make your blue have a different problem. Maybe your blue belongs to a little girl who only wants to color with pink and he wants to be used more. That might be one you could do. Or maybe you had orange and orange was tired of not being used that often because their kid didn't use orange. There's all sorts of different points of view and ways you could take it and be really creative. And if you have fun doing that, do another one. Write a letter from the point of view of a crayon. If you're in some of the younger grades, maybe your parents can help you as you're working on that. And if you're in the older grades, have at it. Try and write as many as you can. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in for our story and I hope you have fun with our literacy challenge. All right, have a great day, Hamilton. Bye-bye.